Hello, welcome to my channel, Bookie Book. I talk about all things book, all things books. It is the end of the month, so I did a wrap up. This month I read 12 books and 3,377 pages. The first book I read was The Mysterious Affair at Styles by Agatha Christie. There was really good intrigue and nothing gave it away because I could not follow what the detective was thinking, but that was how it was written because it's not in the detective's point of view, so that was cool. That was for Questathon, so I did that readathon, and that was one of the books that I read for that. I think the first 7 books I read were for the Questathon, and so that's why they're a little scattered. The second one I read was Sisters of the Snake by Serena and Sasha. I really liked how it had dual stories, so it was both of the sisters, so you'd follow one sister for a chapter and then you'd follow the other sister for the next chapter. And it was really cool, just finding seeing different puzzle pieces from that both of them got, but they didn't know, so it was you were getting ahead of them because they were only getting half of the story or half of the puzzle pieces, and finding out the motives. So just knowing they knew part of the stories and you knew it all. The next book I read was The Darkest Moon by Lindsay. It was a good story. I had lots of questions at the end. I did do, because this is part of the Wolf Queen series, I did do a full review of all 5 of those books. It should come out next week sometime, scheduled. Yeah. So if you want, go watch that if you want to know more. The next one is The Wild Hunt by Lindsay. Same thing, that'll be more detail, but I have no idea what that I wrote. Oh, good continuation. Continuation was written really poorly. But I love the sass of the familiar Ralph. Really appreciate that character. The 5th book I read was The Guild by Raven Kennedy. There was messed up psychology going on, Stockholm Syndrome. It was hard to read at some points because of that, and because she was so in the still prisoner and didn't realize. So yeah, that was hard to read, but it was a good book, really good book. I would like to read, I think there's 3 more. I would like to continue the stories just to see how she ends up, if she gets over the Stockholm Syndrome. The next one I read was The Pack of Lies by Lindsay, part of the Wolf Queen series. I really enjoyed how the past was influencing the present, and yeah. The 7th book I read was Murder at the Masked Ball by Magda Alexander. I didn't read the first two in this series. It's part of a series. I didn't read the first two, but a lot of mystery or like cozy mystery novels, you don't really have to read the full series. Like, you can read them separately and it won't affect the storyline, which was, I found that was still the case. Like, it was still a solid mystery. There was lots of different directions that they would lead you in this way and this way, like, so you never really knew. The only thing that like I would recommend reading the series is for character development. The 8th book I read was The Rising Moon by Lindsay. I love just all the twists and turns that this one had, and also the speed of it. Like, it went really fast, which I appreciated. The next one I read was The Wolf Queen by Lindsay, the last in the series. It was a great ending to the series and a great final fight. The 10th book I read was Bite Me by Lindsay. So this was Mac's story from all the worlds connected, so it's just following a different character for this series, Vampire Bride series. So I read the next 3 are all from the Vampire Bride series. So Bite Me, Suck It, and Kiss Me I read all 3 of those, and it was just great to see Mac's like character. She's such a badass. And then I liked how they included like all these different species throughout, or I guess they're species, throughout the story, throughout different plot lines. So there was fae, there was warlocks, there was shifters, like that, of course, vampires. Yeah, the only thing with that, the Kiss Me one, was the 12th book I read, which was the last in the series. I just felt that it was rushed at the end, like the wrap-up that they gave the characters just felt rushed, but the rest of it was great. And those are all 12 of the books I read this month. Thanks for listening.